Alright, welcome back. Welcome to step 2. In this video I am going to walk you through how to set up your first campaign. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do is we come up here to this drop down box, click on that, go down here to create campaign. Okay, we're going to name our campaign. Now this is something that is totally unique to you. Nobody else is going to see it. It's just so that you can readily identify it. Okay, so I'm going to call it demo 1972, create the new campaign. Campaign was successfully created. What would you like to do now? All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to edit the campaign settings. Okay. Excuse me. In the general tab here, everything is pretty much good. The notifications are on by default, and what this is going to do is every time that you receive a subscriber, all right, Get Response is going to send you an email that says, congratulations, you got a new subscriber. You can turn this on, you can turn it off. It's a matter of personal preference. I leave mine on just because I'm thankful for every subscriber that I get, so it's like a little victory every time I get that email that says I got a new subscriber or a new opt-in, right? So I leave that on. The next thing we want to look at is permissions. Okay, you want to uncheck these two boxes. All right, the from field, you can put your name, you can put your business name, you can put whatever this is what the people are going to see who the message is from every time that you send out an email. Okay, so if you got a business, you can put a business here. If you want it to be more personal and you want your name here, you can put your name. Okay, if you change anything on here, it saves and updates for you automatically, so we don't have to do anything else on this page. Okay, so now we can just go to the dashboard. All right, and now we're going to create your first autoresponder. All right, the campaign's created. Now we need to go in and we need to create our first follow-up email message. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on messages. We're going to create an autoresponder. All right, on day 0, make sure the campaign that you just created is in this box right here. Okay, we're going to send the message immediately. All right, choose a message. We don't have one created yet, otherwise you could use a default template, one that you've already made. Create a new email. Okay, but let me explain first a little bit about how this is going to work. Okay, in the next video we're going to be creating a landing page, all right, or otherwise known as a squeeze page, right? You're going to drive all your traffic to that squeeze page, and what that does is it gives the visitor to that squeeze page the opportunity to subscribe to your list, right? To opt in. This is how you build your list. All right, as soon as they opt in, okay, two things are going to happen. One, they're going to be redirected to whichever page you choose them to be redirected to. The second thing that's going to happen is they're going to be added to your list in this campaign, and they're going to be immediately sent a follow-up email. Okay, and so that's what we're doing right here, is we're creating that first follow-up email, okay, that people are going to receive as soon as they opt in. Okay, immediately. All right, so we're going to create a new email. All right, the message name, again, this is not going to be seen by any of your subscribers. It's just for your reference, so I might go demo 72 message 1, right? The subject is usually something, for my first one, it's usually something like thank you. Okay, the from field, again, you can change this if you want. You can have it say your name, you can have it say your business. This is who it's going to come from. This is who they're going to see the email was sent from. All right, as you start to build a relationship with your list, okay, as you start to cultivate a relationship and people start to recognize this, all right, they're going to look forward to it. All right, so it's kind of important that you stick with the same thing, so that people get used to seeing this coming into their inbox, and they don't, regard it as spam or something they don't recognize and they just don't open it. Okay, you want people to get used to seeing this, so you want to use the same thing over and over. Stay consistent with it. All right, next step. Okay, here we have a whole ton of pre-designed templates that you can use. All right, if you want to use these, you just select one, and then all of this is editable. You can add your own pictures, you can add your own wording, whatever you want. I personally do not use the templates, okay? And the reason for it is most people by default have their display images shut off on their email addresses anyways, right? So all they see is a bunch of blank boxes with the little red X in it. It doesn't show any of these images anyways, right? Unless they turn the view images button on, they're not going to see any of this pretty stuff anyways, right? So I like to just use a start from scratch plain template. Okay, gives you a couple different ones to choose from. If you want to use a nice header, that's up to you. Again, I don't use any images really in mine at all, so I'm just gonna use a blank template. Okay, over here, if you decided that you change your mind, all of this is drag and drop. Okay, if you want to put an image in, just drag it onto the page, choose your image. Okay, again, I'm not going to use images, so I'm just going to grab the text block, put it on here. All right, I'm going to click inside here. I'm going to erase all of this out of here, and we're just going to make just a generic thank you for visiting, thank you for subscribing. Excuse me, I can't talk and type at the same time, so for all right. Then what you want to do is somewhere's down in here, you're gonna want to write a little personal thank you note to the person saying, thank you for subscribing, thank you for visiting my website. Here's the information that you requested, right? And you're gonna put something like watch the video. If you promised them a video, you're going to want to put that here. If you promised them whatever you promised them on your landing page, right? The link is going to be right here. Okay, thanks for subscribing. Here's where you can find the information that you were looking for. Okay, and this is where you would put the link to your website, okay, or wherever you want to send the person is right here. Okay, pretty simple, easy to do, right? We're going to go to the next step. It's going to save it automatically. Boom, it's done. Okay, save and publish. All right, here it is right here. Demo 1972, message 1. Okay, you can view it online. All right, again, take a little more time, think about it, write a nice little piece here. Don't make it a 5-pager, but just write something personal, something that says, thank you for visiting. Here's the information. Don't forget to add your link. Okay. All right. Now, what I want to show you on this particular screen is one of the more powerful features of using an autoresponder, and that is this is where we can automate our business. All right, and I'll explain to you what I mean by that. Each one of these squares, okay, represents a day. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to come in here and we want to do the work once and have it replicated over and over and over again, right? That's automation. That's, one time we come in here. What I like to do is I'll open up, say, Notepad or WordPad, right? And I'll write a series of messages to my subscribers, okay? And then I'll just randomly plug them in here. Okay, this is your default one. This should always stay on message 0. This is your thank you for subscribing message. Okay, now maybe you want to come down here on day 7, okay, a week later, and you might want to create a different one. Okay, so we would just do the same thing, right? We would create a new email. You can copy and paste if you've already written a couple of emails on Notepad, right? Do the work one time, okay? And that's how we automate our business. All right, very, very, very simple. Okay, now we have the campaign created. Okay, we've got our first follow-up thank you message in place. All right, that's pretty much it for this particular step. In the next step, in the next video, we're going to actually go in. We're going to create a landing page, a squeeze page, right, where you're going to drive all your traffic and where these subscribers are actually going to opt into your list. Okay, we're going to do that in the next video. All right, so take some time, go through, make sure that your campaign is set up, right, and that you've followed the steps in this video. Create your first campaign, and then I'll see you in video 2, and we'll get to building the landing page. All right, thanks. See you in the next video.